Thing's twice the length, it's twice the weight, it's a lot faster, and it's got a lot more teeth.
Dr. Adam Britton is an expert on the crocodile family. He works with saltwater crocs in Australia's Northern Territory, and he's measured their bites.
No contest, the alligator's definitely going to win.
Contender number 1, the American alligator. Straight out of the egg, they know how to kill. Yet for their first 2 years, their mother has to protect these tiny terrors from predatory males. Only 3 or 4 out of every 100 survive. But the lucky few grow up to become the biggest and baddest beasts in the swamp. Males can reach nearly 15 feet and 1,100 pounds. But there are records of gators up to 20 feet long. That ranks them alongside the biggest crocodiles. The bad news for this reptile is that its brain is only the size of a walnut. Alligators are built like trash compactors. No creature of its size can match its crushing bite force. And those powerful jaws are studded with 80 teeth. That makes stealing alligator eggs a risky business, but there are plenty of takers. The most determined thieves are raccoons, but it's not advisable to get caught red-handed.
There are rams inside there, then that's going to obviously inhibit whatever we grab hold of.
Yeah, I think that's right, Just. If we stick them in the middle, we're going to muck up our bite, so we're probably going to have to...
Meet our design and engineering team. Mike Latham, Chris Wheatley, and Justin Buckingham.
The spins,
we're going to head on the back of the...
I don't want to make them out of anything that's too heavy. They're big and tough, let's make them out of aluminum.
Yep, that would work. Crocodilian physiology is really geared towards exerting a lot of power over a short period of time.
First, the team needs to know what weapons the alligator brings to its face-off.
But the other thing is the death roll. Compare the size difference and compare the number of teeth. We've got 80 teeth in the jaws of this alligator, and it's got this massive bite force.
What would the bite force be from an alligator this size?
On the biggest alligators, which are about 14.5 feet, is well in excess of 3,000 pounds. 3,000 pounds of force. This animal is designed for killing, and that's exactly what it's going to be doing with this bear.
You can measure all that?
Yep, we're going to come up, grab, twist.
Yep.
Got it.
Enter our data acquisition expert, Scott Woodward. He'll analyze the forces unleashed in the lab.
Okay, I'm ready. Come on. 70s. We'll build you guys these rigs. We'll probably come back and talk to you through the process so we can find out exactly what your requirements are. We'll just get on and build it, eh?
Build a biomechanical alligator with working jaws in a week. That's the challenge for the construction team. Chris works out how those jaws will open and close. Using a cast from a real alligator skull for reference, the modelers carve an exact copy in polystyrene.
No, I'm not putting any on.
Yeah,
So I'm just
exactly.
straight. Okay.
Next stop, the foundry. Polystyrene is fragile, but something much stronger soon takes its place. Molten aluminum vaporizes the polystyrene and fills the space it occupies in the sand. When it's cooled, a solid aluminum copy of the polystyrene model emerges. Justin polishes the rough edges. Then Mike gives the head a body. A stripped-down excavator, reinvented as a remotely operated vehicle called RV2. Mike hooks up the hydraulic lines, the arteries that will bring the beast to life. The heart of the monster is a diesel engine that pumps hydraulic oil at 5,000 pounds per square inch. The oil is forced into hydraulic pistons that will power those mighty jaws. The designers and engineers complete their mission on schedule. Time to meet the alligator.
Hey, look at this.
They did a good job on this one.
Well, you must be getting very worried now.
Well, I definitely have to admit it gets style points.
Look at these teeth. They're excellent. The function of these teeth is that the alligator is going to use all of its bite force to clamp down on the bear. And these teeth are going to puncture the skin and even go into the bone. And then what it's going to use is these powerful muscles on the back of its neck and the weight of its body, and it's going to rip large chunks of the bear off. Then once it's got the bear's head, for example, in its mouth, then it can maneuver it to the back of the jaw. And then it's going to use these teeth here, these small teeth here.
Yeah.
It's going to open up the flesh so that when the animal swallows it, all the very powerful stomach acids are going to get straight in there and start digesting it very efficiently.
You should write fairy tales, because that's a pretty good story. I tell you what, you haven't impressed me, although for style points, yeah, it's a pretty skull.
Okay, I'm going to impress you now.
All right.
Let's go and have a look.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you doing?
One alligator for you.
Now, we've got to educate Dave about the alligator's primary weapon and its bite force. One of the extinct forms of alligators, Deinosuchus they were called, they got to about 35 feet long. That would have had the greatest bite of any vertebrate. And your bear is going to come up against its descendants.
History, but we're talking about the here and the now. And
Okay.
what I see is happening is a bear coming in, just chowing off a piece of his head, and the game will be over. All right, show me what your little alligator can do.
Oh, with pleasure.
The animatronic alligator has to bite like the real thing. Scott calibrates the jaws using a heavy-duty load cell.
Okay, 54, 55, 60, 260, 400. Oh, we're at 1,000, 1,500, 1,800. Keep going, Just? Keep going. Yep. 2,500. Little more, Mikey. 3,011, we got it.
Oh, that's a strong piece of wood.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, it's pretty strong.
You're a master of understatement, Dave.
The power has been set to a whopping 3,000 pounds.
I'm just going to put him in the jaw like this.
The team will test the rig with something easy.
Oh, yeah.
So you see, this is what would happen to your bear's head. So why you don't stick your head inside the jaws of an alligator.
Okay, have you got that?
Can someone write that down for me?
Well, that was soft. How about we use something harder, like a coconut?
The good thing about coconuts is they're like bone. Hard on the outside, soft on the inside. So,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1, bite.
The alligator jaws are holding up under 1.5 tons of bite pressure. Time for some serious science.
So you happy with that test, mate? Was that good?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that test, but let's have something a bit closer to his normal prey.
I'll give you half a cow.
Using a giant T-bone, the test demonstrates how the alligator uses its teeth and jaws to grab and hold its prey.
Just grab onto that, Dave. Just try and yank that out.
Come on, Dave.
It's not coming out.
Once an alligator bites, it would take the combined strength of 4 champion weightlifters to force those jaws open.
That's me strong.
The alligator's a lot stronger than that. If it starts to spin, it's just going to get ripped off.
I got bad news for your little theory here, because if this is attached to a bear, all you're going to see is this. Dead alligator.
No, this is solid bone. How's the bear going to damage that?
Okay, let's open it up and have a look at these things. Come on,
Let's see what damage it's done to your bear.
Whoa, look at this.
Look at that. Very nice little set of perforations around there, you see.
Ooh, yeah.
It's going to tear along the dotted line. Cut here, it says. As soon as he flicks his head or starts rolling, that's where it's going to tear.
The huge muscles in the alligator's short, wide jaws can crack turtle shells. And like this crash helmet, turtles are designed to withstand enormous force.
Come on, impress me here. Open up. Okay.
Watch your fingers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Got it.
Okay, here we go. 2, 1, bite.
Oh.
Bit of a ping off.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have liked your head to have been in that now, would you?
Ooh, well, I think the turtle's had its day.
A turtle has basically evolved as a defensive mechanism. These guys can make very short work of them, as demonstrated.
Alligator jaws are shorter and more U-shaped than a crocodile's. Gators specialize in crushing their prey, so they need more raw power than a croc. Their lower teeth slide into sockets in the upper jaw. The crocs interlock outside the jaw. An alligator submerges without a ripple. It gets within a body length of its target, then uses its tail and back legs to hurl itself out of the water and grab its prey. Like their cousins, the crocodiles, alligators are lightning fast. This strike took just 1/4 of a second. Once prey is locked in their jaws, they perform a death roll, the deadly technique that alligators and crocodiles learn young. They can't chew, so they spin to tear off bite-sized chunks using speed and body weight. We'll test that deadly roll next. Time to try out the metal gator in its natural habitat, the Test Lab Pool.
Here he comes. Here's the bear nemesis, Dave.
Where do these things live? I mean, how are they going to come in contact with my bear?
In places like Florida and Louisiana, where there's good habitat for them, you can find them in their millions.
So these guys are ambush predators, so obviously murky water is exactly what kind of
That's
habitat
exactly
they're
what they're designed to do. And really, your bear's just not going to see it coming. Most animals just can't seem to make that connection between alligator and predator with what they're actually seeing. Unless they're actually seeing
My
a
bear
whole
will
animal.
figure it out, trust me.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest.
Okay, let's get him into the water and figure out what's going to happen here.
Scott gets ready to measure the speed of the death roll, but will the rig spin as fast as a real alligator? For instant results, just add water.
Okay, Dave. What we're going to do now is we're going to see how this alligator could attack your bear. This deer here, she's come down to the water, just about to take a drink, and the vibrations as she's splashing in the water will pick up. The alligator's very, very sensitive to that. So he's sitting under there now like a coiled spring.
Yeah.
Now he's got these very, very powerful back legs, and they're sitting there on the substrate, back legs down, tail ready. When he detects that the deer is close enough, he's going to use the legs, he's going to spring forward and grab this deer on the head. So it's going to spin its body around in a corkscrew fashion, and the head's going to come off.
Oh, man. So that's what you're talking about?
Look at that. And literally, that's not an exaggeration. That is what these animals can do. And when you consider the amount of body weight you've got there, the amount of torque it's going to generate by rolling its body like a corkscrew, it's no wonder the head comes off. You must be getting pretty worried by now.
I'm not so sure I'm worried, but I'm impressed. I'm a little worried that my bear doesn't get his head caught in those jaws, I think.
Well, I reckon it's going to get its head caught in the jaws, but I'll give you a chance. Come on, let's have a look.
Let me show you what this bear can do. They are made for power.
Just how fast was the alligator spinning, and how much force did it unleash?